I haven't been on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel too much, but this new Theme Chronicle event has brought me back. I have been using my own deck, and I will show it off real quick. It's Ragnarika. I have a little bit of hand traps, a little bit of insect hand traps, which nobody uses, and the Ragnarikas, which do work. I have a couple replays. The deck list will be at the end of the video. Here is the win-loss. Majority wins, few losses. This deck is a little bit too broken for this event. First replay is against Aeon, and they are playing Plant Ragnarika. I'm playing Insect, so we'll see how this goes. Let me speed it up. I could have actually negated this with Ash Blossom, but I was like, I kind of want to see what their combos do. So the duel ends up being very long because of this misplay or me letting them play. So they're going to be able to special summon from the extra deck, gain a little bit of life points, and then they're going to go into Aro Mass Mage. How do you pronounce that? Aro Mass Mage? I don't know. Jasmine. Jasmine can tribute and she can add if you gain life points. She can add a plant, which I'm going to negate, but I'm not going to be able to negate the tribute and special summon a plant from the deck. So he's going full combo. I don't have any disrupts besides DD Crow, so I'm just hoping for the moment that I can activate DD Crow. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm waiting for it. They're going to activate the Ragnarika spell card, which is insane. Every turn, free special summon or add, your choice. And it also like lowers the attack and defense of opponent's monsters and your own. DD Crow right here, because he's going to special summon a Ragnarika from the graveyard. I get rid of Evil Seed, which is kind of important. It does come up a little bit because he doesn't have another target besides Wicked Butterfly in his graveyard. My turn. Opening hand, Retaliating C normal, Battlewasp pin special. Go into the Link 2. Now that opening hand was nothing special, but still I'm able to pop off. Or am I? Ash Blossom on my Retaliating C. No more ad for me. What am I going to do, right? Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate Bloom. And as long as this doesn't get negated, we are popping off. And it doesn't. Add the Evil Seed, discard the Evil Seed, Link 2, special summon from graveyard, and I get my ad, question mark? I do. I get Samurai Beetle and Wicked Butterfly. Usually in this Ragnarika combo with Evil Seed, I always add the Butterfly because when Butterfly is banished, during the end phase, I get to draw extra cards. So I'm like, okay, you know, let's go into the Link 3 Ragnarika Link monster that can pop spell and traps. So that's what I'm going to do. Banish 2 of my hand traps from my graveyard, pop both their spell and traps. Now I'm going to go into Chain Coils, which is a reptile. I have a reptile and a plant on the field. Able to trigger Retaliating C, get my Infinite Antlion. This card has no reason to be this good. Now it's not like tier 1 good, but it's like it's crazy good for this type of format. Ash Blossom on their special summon from the hand, Aroma Lilith. So I'm gonna negate that, speed it up. Chain Coils is gonna activate, no more effects in the hand. That also affects me as well. So if Antlion would come up, if they declare an attack, I can't activate it. But I'm hoping it stops them more than it stops me, which I don't know if it does, but we'll see. They're gonna activate another Ragnarika Bloom. Crazy. They make their big boss monster go into Joyous, and they're going to activate the Bloom special summon again from the banish pile, go into Skeletal Soldier, and that's their end board. It's not the best, but at the end of the day, it's not too shabby. I'm going to take 600 points of damage. Now it's my turn. I like my hand right now. I have plays for days. Gokipole, extra draw, kind of garbage, not going to lie, but you know, you got to make it work. Summon Evil Seed, negate. Damn. It's okay. Still play through it. Go into the Link 2 because I run multiple. They're going to pop immediately with the Stag since I special summon from the extra deck. Antlion's coming in clutch here. Special summon using the Butterfly. Then I'm going to send him back into the deck using the graveyard effect of the Link. And then I'm going to add him back since whatever monster he attached himself, hey, it goes to the graveyard, adds him back. Go into Chain Coil. Bring out that. Go into my own Stag. Yeah, I ain't afraid. Retaliating C, add a second Antlion. You only need one. I just run 2 because hell, why not? And here I'm like, oh god, maybe I should have read his cards. Because I attack the monster and then the tree gets another card and I'm like, that's not going to matter, right? No, it's not. They're going to enter a battle phase immediately. Antlion destroyed their big Link monster. This little guy doing work, man. And main phase 2, they're going to special summon Evil Seed, add the trap. And I think they only added one, strange enough. And they're going to shuffle it back into the deck, bring out Stag back out. Rosemary, special summon for the extra deck, activate my own stag, destroy his stag, which is special summon, and Rosemary. You know, a little misplay on their end, but it happens. But they're not done, man. They're still making a board. Jasmine? Okay. Well, Jasmine's not pointing to anybody, so only I think she can't be destroyed by battle, since their life points are higher. They're going to activate the trap, pop Bloom right away. I didn't even activate Bloom, so not really sure why they didn't wait for me to activate, but neither here nor there. Evil Seed adds 2, banish the butterfly, end phase draw. Then I activate the lizard. Well, I was trying to use lizard's effect, but lizard doesn't work if the opponent has plant, insect, or reptile. I didn't know that at the time, so misplay on my part. Bring out Antlion, baby! Antlion's cool! Really cool. Bring out the chain coils, got the mantis monk, add the trap. That's my end board. Antlion's gonna pop the big dude and attack everything else, and I think they're still alive. Yeah, go into the fusion during main phase 2 just in case things go bad. Fusion can't be destroyed by battle, and if they activate a field spell during the battle phase, I can destroy all of their monsters. They top deck Pot of Greed, essentially Pot of Avarice, set back a bunch of cards, summon this little sea dude and set a trap. I don't know why they did that, but I mean, it is what it is. And their last card in hand, Sunvine Sowing. Now, I'm finally able to activate Retaliating Sea in my hand, which essentially acts as a macrocosmos. Any card sent to the graveyard, including my own, is banished. So if they try to go into a bunch of plays right now, using a graveyard and link summoning and stuff, it's all getting banished. They're just going to summon their big stag out, and I'm like, damn, dude, that guy is annoying. He's so strong. But it's not the end of the world, because I still have Antlion in my hand, and I have one in the grave. This time, Evil Seed is popping off, adding back stuff from my banish pile and my deck. Wicked Butterfly always banished during the end phase, so I can keep adding. Antlion summon, and I'm like, I think that's game. I think we're done here. Antlion, destroy the Beetle, destroy his monster, then I'm going to banish the trap in the graveyard, destroy his other monster, attack for game. So if anybody's interested, this is going to be a quick deck breakdown of the deck and the deck theory behind it for this event, the Theme Chronicle. I run 3 DD Crow, 3 Effect Veiler, simply because I want to be able to stop the opponent as much as I can. These hand traps are even more important during this event, simply because Effect Veiler is one of the best hand traps in the game currently, rivaled with Maxi and Ash Blossom, and Maxi's banned in this event. And DD Crow, it's not the best hand trap, but in this event, against Lightsworns and decks that revolve around cards in the graveyard, it's a little bit more important. Battlewasp pinned to Bullseye. This card is ran at 1 because it is searchable, meaning you can add it to your hand when you normal or special summon Sting to Poison. Now I max out on Sting to Poison simply because the effect negation on the field is very powerful. That's just a very powerful effect in general, especially since it's a quick effect, and it does get an add which gets you 2 bodies on the board. The Ragnarika engine, Evil Seed, this is one of the most important monsters. It is high rarity, but it is very powerful because it adds you 2 cards from your deck, although you do have to banish 1. But in combination with Wicked Butterfly, you add Wicked Butterfly, and when Wicked Butterfly is banished from your hand, you get to draw cards during your end phase equal to the number of insect, plant, or reptiles. Usually you draw like 2 or 1. Next up, 3 Ash Blossom, just to go with the hand traps. I love this card, Gokipole. When it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you get to add a level 4 insect monster. It can add Retaliating Sea, which essentially does the same thing. When it's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add a earth insect monster with 1,500 or less attack. They have a little bit different searches, but they both work extremely well together. And that's why I run 3 of each, because they're able to like pop off and get you so much advantage and just keep you in the game even when things look bleak. 1 skill bomber simply because it's a hard once per turn, but it's also if you normal summon or special summon this card from your hand. Essentially like a pin the Bullseye, but it also has the additional effect where you can actually destroy an opponent's monster by tributing an insect, including itself. So I like that. 2 copies of Infinite Antlion. You technically only need 1, but sometimes, very, very rarely in long grind games, you want the second one, just because one's already in your graveyard and you want to be able to summon him again. He's very, very searchable in this deck, as long as you see Retaliating Sea or Gokipole. 3 Ragnarika Samurai Beetle. It grabs you an insect, plant, or reptile from your graveyard. Incredibly powerful. In combination with Retaliating Sea, Next up is 3 Ragnarika Armored Lizard. This is the worst Ragnarika. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This card sucks, but right now it stays at 3 just because it is Ragnarika name. It allows you to go into your build-up combos with Skeletal Soldier. 3 Wicked Butterfly. It's just so good. It's so good. Drawing cards, special summoning from the hand. It's amazing. It's so good. 1/1 special summon Evil Seed from the deck. You also have the target options of Pin, Effect Veiler, and DD Crow. You always want to go for Ragnarika, the Evil Seed, just because this card just gets you so much advantage. It gets you Bloom, which is one of the next cards, one of the most important cards actually. Boosts up your monster's attack, lowers the opponent's monster's attack, and you get a free special or add every single turn. It's continuous, stays on the field. It's annoying. Giant Ballgame is a hard one of. It has the effect where it's kind of like a weird, weaker Monster Reborn. Special summon a level 6 or lower insect from your graveyard. Or, in really weird niche scenarios, you can swap your monster with your opponent's monster. It does come up, but you can only activate one of those effects. Either the special summon from the graveyard or the swap. You can't do both on the same turn. That's why it's kind of a hard one of, because it's not that good. And only one of the trap. Even when you search out the trap card and you use it, you can still recycle it, meaning you could still get it back to your hand, because you can grab cards from your banish pile using Evil Seed. So if the trap card like banishes itself through its graveyard effect, you can get it back in your hand and use it again. Little niche. It's been a while since I've used this Ragnarika deck. I think the last time will be on the screen here, last upload. And in this event particularly, none of the cards are semi-limited, banned, or limited. The only card that's missing out of the original deck list is Max C, which thank God it's banned, but you know, it was important because it was an insect that was searchable in the deck. Regardless, the rest of the deck still functions as it was, and surprisingly, some of the most important cards like Retaliating C, Antlion, and this other one, hopefully it shows up, are all low rarity, which I like. I'm a low rarity type gamer. I don't like crafting SR and URs to build a deck. I like a deck that if you're day 1 on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, you can just build this. Now, you're not gonna be able to build this day 1, as you might be able to tell. This is a super rare card, and the spell's a super rare, and Evil Seed is an ultra rare. Those are extremely important for the deck, but the other ones like Gokipole, that was the one I was mentioning. Low rarity, rare, you know, easy to access. At least a weaker version of this deck, not utilizing full copies of the powerful cards. Regardless, this is against Monarchs, and I haven't played against Monarchs since like the structure that came out, whenever that was. It's gonna set 3 cards. I'm like, oh, I gotta pop 1 card. I don't know if that was a good idea. It wasn't. I should have waited on that. Because I popped preemptively, this duel is gonna take much longer. But that's completely fine because, you know, I like back and forth duels. This one is definitely back and forth. They're going to tribute during my turn using Monarch Stormfort, so it gets to tribute my own monster and one of their own to tribute summon a monster that requires 2 tributes. And I'm still trying to play around this, right? That's the end of their board. They have Monarchs Erupt, where all monsters on the field's effects are negated. All of mine, all of theirs, unless it is tribute summon. And I'm like, okay, well, it'll destroy itself if he doesn't have a tribute summon monster during his end phase. So I'm just hoping, like, hey, maybe you can't make anything. Maybe we're cool, man. We're cool, right? Ash Blossom on your spell. Just because I'm like, no ads. Let's end this duel quick, right? It's not going to end quick. He has a 1 tribute in his hand, which means that his trap can stay live. He has the field spell, which can make his other card in his hand a 1 tribute. And he has it so his tribute summon monsters can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Pretty strong board right here. Monster effect negation. Field spell can't summon from the extra deck. And I can't target it. But, you know, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to roll over, bruh. This is Yu-Gi-Oh, man. This is win or lose. This is the best of the best. This is where you make a name. And I'm making a name right now. Summoning from my graveyard, so I'm getting around the field spell, and I'm able to attack over his monster because of the boost from Bloom, the spell card. Now they're drawing from the top of their deck. I'm like, it's over, right? It's over. Nothing you can do. Yeah, I know I sound like a jerk, but at this point, I'm like, there's nothing you can do, right? Nah, man, look at this. He summons his own Dark Monarch from the hand. We already saw that he had that. He attacks over me. Antlion, summon. I'm attempting to pop or do something with it, but it's negated. So I'm like, okay, well, I have to get rid of Caius. And I'm gonna have to just hope I can attack over it, which I do. And now it's passing over to the opponent. If they don't have a tribute summon monster, things are gonna go really bad for them. Also, their own monster effects are negated. So if they had a monster when summon it does something, it's negated. So luckily, they weren't able to tribute. Called by the grave preemptively on the link monster in the graveyard hurts me a little bit, because then I can't go into the link 2 and special summon the graveyard, go combo wombo. But at the end of the day, I have double bloom. I have recursion monsters. When they leave the field, I get cards, and I have Antlion, which can selectively destroy one card on the field every single turn. I am chilling. And in fact, I don't even feel like I need to make anything too big. And I still have access to things in my graveyard. It's a complete lie. I have nothing in my graveyard, actually. But I'm going to be able to summon an Evil Seed, grab back the trap, grab back the other bloom, activate it, go into this just because I want to troll a little bit, pop the spell and traps that they have. They're down to, 2 cards in hand, 1 card on field, DD Crow, as soon as the turn starts, so they don't get an extra card in their hand by banishing the Pantheism. They have Caius, which is pretty strong, gets to banish my Link monster, but I'm able to destroy Caius. They're going to summon out their Trap monster again and end the turn. Now I got 1 card off the top of my deck and 3 blooms, and I can only activate 1. And I drew Giant Ballgame. This card is troll, but it is kind of sick. I'm able to special summon an insect from my graveyard. The insect I special summon allows me to go into this fusion as long as it has like a monster equipped to it and certain defense or whatever. And yeah, from there I'm just going kind of full combo. Now this is a replay against one of the most popular decks in the event, Lightsworn. I'm going to open up pretty basic Gokipole special summon from the hand. Going to activate Bloom. Hopefully it goes through. It doesn't. But I'm still able to establish a Link 2. Link 2 is the most important thing here because it allows me to get my combos going. Gokipole in Graveyard adds me Retaliating C, which when it leaves the field I get an add. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit in my hand. So yeah, my end board's pretty pathetic. I have Ash Blossom as my only defense, and I'm shotgunning that out right away. And luckily the opponent doesn't have gas because they have to set and pass. So now it's my turn. Bloom, add the Evil Seed, ban it, or discard Retaliating C. Evil Seed's gonna add a Bloom, and it's gonna add Lizard. Since I already have a Butterfly in hand, Butterfly is always the one I banish just to get the additional draw at the end phase. Special summon a Butterfly from the graveyard, go into Mantis. Mantis banish 2 monsters from the graveyard, add the trap. And yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm gonna go into Chain Coils, gonna shuffle back that Reptile dude, and 2 monsters, not too big, 2 blooms for the attack modification, 2 cards at the end phase, nothing to help me hand trap wise, and the opponent's gonna play. I have the opportunity to destroy 2 cards on the field as long as I control these 2 Link monsters, and I'm thinking, when is the best time to do this? And it's definitely going to come up. The opponent ain't playing around. They're going to summon the Link monster, which lets them send 2 Lightsworn monsters from their deck to the graveyard. They're going to be able to mill some additional cards by banishing cards from the graveyard, mill some more cards by making the XYZ, then utilizing their banish pile using Lumina, Twilight Swarm. They're going to make the fusion, and right here, this is where things got scary. The whole time I was holding onto the trap, I could have destroyed, but I was like, I 1,000,000,000% need to destroy the fusion, because if the fusion does not get destroyed, he's gonna banish whatever I play on the next turn and I instantly lose. There's no counterplay. So I waited until the fusion came out, and as soon as it came out and he activated the effect, boom, trap card. I'm gonna target the fusion and the synchro. The synchro is because Lightsworn monsters you control cannot be banished by card effects, so essentially he has to banish everything. He has to banish from his graveyard and in this field. And for some reason, the fusion doesn't activate its effect. I thought it special summons 2 monsters, but I don't know. Maybe it didn't toggle it. Maybe it misses timing. I haven't been in the scenario to test it out myself. On my turn, summon Sting. Sting adds Pin. Get a discard Gokipole, and I'm going to special summon Evil Seed, speed it up. Gokipole, add a second chain so that just in case they have an Ash Blossom, that doesn't negate Evil Seed. Evil Seed is so important here because this is, I think, one of my, I thought it was my last copy of Bloom, but it's not. I have multiple more. Bloom is so important because it gets me the attack modification so I can do more damage, but it also gives me the recursion. Not that it's gonna matter because they don't have anything. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce their name, but they are letting me go first. Gokipole with the Beetrooper when I normal or special summon an insect, special summon it from the hand. The Scale Bomber Beetrooper card is actually really good. I like it a lot. Here I'm gonna go into Armor Horn, simply because I don't have a Ragnarika in the graveyard, so the link to Ragnarika wouldn't do much. And Armor Horn lets me normal summon again. So I normal summon a Retaliating Sea from the search. Luckily it doesn't get Ash Blossomed. Go into Mantis. Gonna add the Antlion. Mantis is gonna banish 2 so that I can get the trap ad. And I have Antlion in hand just in case things go really bad. Giant Ballpark's gonna add back the Retaliating Sea. Retaliating Sea, the ad from the graveyard, is not a once per turn. So I'm gonna get another ad, Gokipole in hand, and that's it. Nothing too impressive, but at the end of the day, I have 1 Disrupt, and Chain Coils can stop monster effects in the hand. Now, I'm going to destroy the field spell simply because it has the effect where if you attribute a plant monster, you contribute an opponent's monster. I don't want them to tribute my monster, so I'm going to destroy it right away. Get Effect Veiler the Petals because it lets them like send a card from their deck to the graveyard. Don't want them to do anything like that. And I mean, they're able to go full combo right here. I can't stop them. I can't do anything. Or can I? We'll see. They're going to add, that girl lets her tribute, special summon another plant from the hand, and then makes them both the same level. Go into the rank 8. This card's insane. You can just tribute, quick effect, an opponent's monster. Gonna summon the Antlion when they declare an attack. They have the choice to continue to attack. They do. Antlion's effect activates during a damage calculation, destroying the card that I equipped to it and the opponent's monster. So I don't think they expected that. But yeah, I got rid of their XYZ, which was a little bit scary, using this little guy. Oh man, he's a little ugly, but he's really good. And I really like the DD Crow here. So if there's something in the graveyard that I have to get rid of, I'm looking at Petals. Yeah, I can get rid of it. I used to run Mulch Armies because I thought they were like max C substitute. I never found them useful simply because you have to control no cards. And I usually am controlling cards in this deck. Go into battle phase, swing with 3 monsters, leave them with a little bit of light points. DD Crow before the end phase on their Petal, and they only have 2 cards. Let's see what they can do. They are going to immediately summon the normal level 1 plant monster and go into the tree. The tree is going to special summon the twin. And then I'm going to activate Stag right here, attempting to destroy both. They're going to activate the spell card in the graveyard, protecting their plant links. Going to gain a little bit of life points. Go into Sylvan Dance Pole? Dance Pion? Something like that. Special summon a monster from the top of the deck by revealing 3. Go into this guy. He's going to special summon something from the graveyard. And yeah, I don't really know what their plan was here. Because they're bringing out a monster which you can like return monsters on the field to the hand, but you take damage. So they're going to just destroy themselves. I don't know what's going on there, but GG.